The world has set a new record, this time for the warmest January ever. The surface air temperature stood at 1.75 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial levels, according to the Copernicus Climate Change Service, which is supported by the European Union. Now, these findings are made using billions of measurements from satellites, ships, aircraft and weather stations around the world. The latest data confirms the continued warming over the last decade. 2024 ended as the warmest year on record globally. In fact, it was also the first calendar year when the global average temperatures exceeded 1.5 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial levels, with record-breaking heat waves sweeping many countries during summer. But what is most surprising is that the temperatures continue to surge despite the cooling impact of La Niña. Now, if you recall, La Niña is this global ocean phenomena which influences the weather worldwide. It occurs when the sea surface temperatures over the equatorial Pacific Ocean are cooler than normal. In turn, this ends up making the atmosphere slightly cooler, although the effect is temporary. But scientists were surprised that this time even La Niña could not influence this ongoing warming. In fact, the high ocean heat was such that it ended up slowing down the onset of La Niña. While on one side, the sea surface temperatures were below average over the central equatorial Pacific, they were close to or above average in the east, with unusually high temperatures in many other ocean basins and seas. The warming was so exceptional that the ice extent in the Arctic Sea reached its lowest for January and stood at 6% below average, while the ice extent in the Antarctic Sea was 5% below average and thus relatively close to average compared to the recent years. Meanwhile, back home in India, the impact of warming was well evident. Here, the monthly average temperatures were 0.94 degrees Celsius above the long-term average, with India experiencing its third warmest January since 1901, following 1958 and 1990. The sunny days with temperatures exceeding 26 degrees Celsius bear testimony for the fact. The nights were exceptionally warmer with a rise of nearly 1 degree Celsius. Now, Dr. Mrityunjay Mohapatra, the head of the India Meteorological Department, said that starting 2020, all the years have recorded above average minimum temperatures in India, while he shared a forecast for an even warmer February ahead. Meanwhile, he said that weak La Niña conditions prevail over the Pacific region and are expected to persist through February to April and will transition to neutral by May, which is when India sees its summer season. So here we are. The climate history is indeed playing out before our eyes. Now, we have had not just 1 or 2 record-breaking years, but a full 10-year series. This has been accompanied by devastating extreme weather events across the world, rising sea levels and melting ice, all powered by record-breaking greenhouse gas emission levels due to human activities.